Our segue will find a way. We're rolling the wheel.
Right,
what do you have to think about? I have to think about a metaphor simile.
We're going to segue into another story, similar story, but these beasts have really recovered, but it's been 20 years since the efforts have been put in. And things like wildlife bridges go a long way, right?
Yeah.
And this is about China, by the way. Miracle recovery for world's rarest and strangest deer. Oh dear, just 39 became 8,200. So it's hope for those porpoises and their struggles against fishermen and stupid people. Tramping through the coast. We got a Andy Corbally Good News Network. He probably didn't write it, but he's citing it. Tramping through coastal marshlands in eastern China, strange-looking deer roams freely in herds of hundreds. A remarkable recovery from where they'd been just a few decades ago. Described in ancient China as a beast with antlers of a deer, hooves of an ox, face of a horse, and the tail of a donkey, Pier David's deer was at one time the rarest of its kind on Earth. Hunted to extinction in the wild 125 years ago, captive animals clung to life in a faraway land until 1985. Their descendants could return to a wiser China, where more eco-conscious population welcomed them home to quiet marshlands. Yeah, China, they say capitalism is bad for the environment. Communism wasn't nice to it either. They took a lot of wildlife habitat.
Yeah.
In the early 20th century, the British nobleman and politician Herbert Russell, 11th Duke of Bedford, acquired a Pier David's deer from the Berlin Zoo and put up a large herd on his estate at Woburn Abbey. In 1985, the Duke's great-grandson, Robin Russell, well, again, these rich people should be doing this crap with their time, right? Repopulating the planet, not just with wildlife, not just going, oh boy, what can I take? What can I take? Anyway, in 1985, the Duke's great-grandson, Robin Russell, 14th Duke of Bedford, donated 39 Pier David's deer to the Chinese government for a reintroduction program. They were placed in a park reserve that once belonged exclusively for canned hunts. Canned hunts, that's kind of you do in Texas, where you turn on a corn feeder and the deer come a-running, fighting each other over the corn while you go out there, oh, let me see. And then they sniff your gun and then you shoot them. That's what canned hunts are, which is not hunting. It's just the slaughterhouse for sadists, I guess. I want to make sure I know which one I kill. They were placed in park reserve that once belonged exclusively to canned hunts conducted by emperors in Beijing. The killing field had become a sanctuary. Good stuff. A second reintroduction to China was conducted in 1986, where 36 Pier David deer were chosen from 5 UK zoological gardens. From less than 100, these original animals have multiplied into 8,200, and seem, as if by miracle, not to be suffering from low genetic diversity. They enjoy 17% annual growth in population. Today, all of the deer that roam China are descended from Russell's herd, and across China's many elk sanctuaries like Tianzhuo and Defeng, dozens of square miles of pristine habitat are protected for this incredible animal. Oh, our animals are incredible, aren't they? I think. Plans are underway to introduce the deer to much more wild areas where they have to learn to avoid predators and battle the elements once again. Of course, they'll recover enough where you can start hunting them again. Because again, too much deer, not good for your environment.
Yes,
a Chinese
they just
language
eat everything,
for the
and then, why aren't there any trees or plants? The deer are eating the saplings before they can even grow.
Yeah, they're going to introduce predators to stem that flow. Because there's not enough traffic, not enough car traffic in China to eliminate them, probably. According to Chinese legend, when the tyrant king Zhao of Shang ruled the land more than 3,000 years ago, a horse, a donkey, an ox, and a deer went into a cave in the forest to meditate, and on the day the king executed his minister Began, the animals awoke from the meditation and turned into humans. That's a fable, folks. It didn't really happen. They entered society, learned...
that sucks. There goes my plans.
Yeah, it's a quaint little fable. Let's not get crazy about it. They entered society, learned the king's heinous acts, and wanted to take recourse against the kings who was powerful. So they transformed themselves into one creature that combined the speed of the horse, the strength of an ox, the donkey's keen sense of direction, and nimble agility of a deer. Damn, why don't you just tame that animal and turn it into a plow animal or something? Transportation, that's what we do with horses. The new animal then galloped to the Kunlun Mountains to seek the advice of primeval Lord of Heaven. The Lord was astonished at the sight of the creature that had antlers of deer, hooves of an ox, face of a horse, and tail of a donkey. It is unlike like any of 4 creatures, he exclaimed. Upon learning of the animal's quest, Lord gave his blessing and dispatched the creature to his disciple, the sage Zhang Zia, who was battling the king. Zhang Zia rode the creature to victory over the king and helped found the Zhou dynasty. There's your story about your fables that China has about this animal, but at least it's coming back. And again, we worship animals when we just basically use them for food.
We should.
But there's your, I'm just saying.
We should worship animals.
Certain animals we do.
I can't remember what I heard this from. I think it might have been like a video essay about a film. But nature cannot protect itself. Right? Nature is in a losing contest with humanity. Okay? We have to protect it because we are so much more powerful than nature. Right? We will win. We will defeat nature, okay? It doesn't have anything to fight back with. It's not an
volcano. Volcano.
Yeah, okay, but the volcanoes aren't active like that. It's not like nature is going to go, hey, you killed all the vaquitas in the Mexican Gulf. Now I'm going to go off and kill everyone in Hawaii. That's not what nature does, right? It's not an active participant. We are very active.
Right.
And
we care.
I can say my simile. Yeah.
Right, exactly. You're right. We care, nature doesn't.
Nature doesn't have, it's a passive experience. It's going on around us.
So, again, praying to nature, praising nature, doesn't affect it whatsoever. It's like hating somebody. You hate them all you want. They don't feel it. They don't feel it.